are, Sally. I can't believe you would try to pull something like this on me. You've got no business getting married before I do. Who do you think you are, anyway?
What? What's this all about all of a sudden? What are you getting so upset about? I don't see how me getting married and when I do has anything to do with you. You're being irrational.
It has everything to do with me, and it's not irrational. You and I go all the way back to kindergarten, so you should know how things are supposed to be in this friendship. I just can't stomach the thought of a penniless girl like you getting married before I do. That's not how things are supposed to be. It's just not right.
You know, I've been listening to this kind of thing from you ever since we were kids, and I got sick of it a long time ago. It's time you stop obsessing over this kind of stuff and move on, Michelle. I mean, we're old friends, so I've let this stuff go most of the time. But everyone has their limit, and I'm very close to reaching mine.
Excuse me? What are you even talking about? You're making no sense.
You know full well what I'm talking about, Michelle. And if you don't, you're just completely living on another planet. You have a stupid habit of always looking down on me and my family and comparing the two of us. And you always have to be the winner. You've always been this way. If I get a boyfriend, then you have to go get one. You even got a teacher involved one time because you didn't like it when I scored better than you on a test. You actually bribed that teacher to change your score. I mean, come on. It's all gotten pretty old. Aren't you tired of playing this game? Being that insecure all the time must be exhausting.
You're the one who insists on always outdoing me in everything, even though I'm supposed to be on top. You should ask yourself that question.
Hey, I might just be a penniless girl in your eyes if you compare my family to yours. That's probably true. But do you really think that it's okay to disrespect and insult me? Or anybody for that matter? Because you have more money than me? Is that right?
Why, of course it is. It's the way of the world, my friend. But if you're so upset about it, all you have to do is fire back at me. Fight fire with fire. Get a better boyfriend than mine or outbid me when you bribe a teacher. That's the way it's done. Oh, wait. You can't do that because you have no money. Oops.
Michelle, have you ever listened to yourself? You really should sometime.
Whatever. At any rate, I refuse to accept you getting married before me. No, no, no. I absolutely positively will make sure that that does not happen. Mark my words. And when I do get married, I'll have the most lavish, magnificent wedding in the whole entire history of weddings. So there.
Hi, Sally. It's been a long time since we talked. I hope you're doing well. I want to talk to you about Michelle if that's okay, and you have time right now. She's suddenly saying that she wants to get married and she wants to do it right away. It's totally out of the blue and we don't know what to make of it. Oh, it's about that matter. Yes, I can see why you're concerned. Oh, so you do know something about it. Please tell me what's going on. It surprised me because she's always said that marriage is just a big hassle and she's never getting married. Now suddenly she's obsessing about doing it and doing it ASAP. So I'm wondering what happened and what she's thinking. But when I try to find out what's caused this sudden change of heart, all she'll say is that that's just what she wants and she won't say anything else about it. Yeah, that's just her doing what she always does. You know how she is. She's all upset because I'm getting married before she does. It's a major catastrophe as far as she's concerned. She was saying that she refuses to accept me getting married first and that if anyone's getting married first, it'll be her. She's obsessing about it nonstop. Good grief. I just don't know what to do with her sometimes. She just never learns. I have to apologize for her, Sally. You truly have the patience of a saint. You've been her friend ever since kindergarten despite her terrible jealous attitude. I don't know how you do it. Oh, it's no problem. I'm completely used to her tantrums by now. After all, nobody's perfect. But seriously, she's lost a lot of friends because of her irrational need to compete and compare herself with others all the time. We've tried everything. Therapy, medication, prayer. Yet she still refuses to change or improve herself. We don't know what else to try except… Honestly, I think that you're the only friend she has left at this point. And ironically enough, that may be why she's doing this to you. Because you're the only target she has. I'm so sorry for the trouble she's causing you, Sally.
Oh, don't even mention it. To tell you the truth, what's going on between her and me now is nothing compared to how things were back in high school. And besides, this might be a blessing in disguise. Time will tell. Who knows? Maybe she'll find a really good guy and settle down with him. Stranger things have happened, you know? If that happens, it might really make a difference in her attitude. That might finally be the thing that changes her for the better. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes! That would be really great if things actually play out that way. But you know, even if she found someone suddenly, I'd probably be concerned just because anyone who would want to just get married right off the bat like that would probably not be someone who I want her involved with. That's just my first instinct. My gut would tell me that.
Well, we just have to trust that she'll have good judgment if that happens. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt for the time being. After all, she comes from a good family and she's got a pretty good head on her shoulders, so maybe the apple will end up falling near the tree in the end. And she really sounds enthusiastic about having a great big ceremony, too. It's always good to be enthusiastic about something, right?
Ugh, a great big wedding. Is that what she's saying to you? She didn't mention that part to us. I don't know where she thinks the money for that is going to come from. Good grief. She really needs to rein in her expensive tastes, and soon, for her own good.
Huh? What do you mean? I never think of money as being an issue for her and for you.
What? Your mother hasn't told you anything about our situation. The fact of the matter is that we're currently preparing to shut down the family business.
Wow, really? This is the first time I'm hearing about that. Michelle hasn't mentioned it.
Yeah. Our sales numbers have really dropped lately, and our operating expenses have skyrocketed because of inflation and other factors. So we've decided to close up shop before things get any worse. We're quitting while we're still ahead and retiring early. It just makes sense.
Well, that sounds great. You're making lemonade from lemons. I admire that.
Thanks. But the other side of it is that we're going to be living on only savings and Social Security benefits from now on, since there'll be no steady income from the company anymore. We do have some assets, but one never knows what might happen, so we have to be very careful, and we certainly won't be able to spend a huge amount on our daughter's wedding or anything else extravagant like that. If she's planning on having a huge extravagant wedding, she'll need to find the money somewhere besides us.
You know, I've always thought that it's remarkable how sensible you and Brian are compared to Michelle. It's almost like she's not related to you.
Yes, well, the two of us may have spoiled her too much. After all, she is an only child, and you know how that goes. Anyway, thanks for replying and for letting me know what's been going on lately. Take care and best wishes with your wedding.
Hey, did you get my wedding invitation? You better have. I picked out the most expensive and gorgeous stationery that they had. And I made sure that yours was mailed out before anyone else's. You saw it already, right? Right?
Yes, I saw it, and I have to ask you, what are you trying to do? You set your wedding date to be the same as mine. What's the point of doing that?
So you noticed that little detail, did you? Nothing gets past you. Yep, we ended up choosing the exact same date and time as you. What can I say? It just couldn't be helped. I really wanted to get married before you, but there were no openings available anywhere. We called every wedding planner, church, and chapel in town, and nobody could get us in sooner than that. So we had no choice but to go with that date.
What are you even thinking, setting your wedding date to be the exact same as mine? Don't you have any common sense or common courtesy? Even for you, this is totally ridiculous.
Common sense? This is my common sense. This is how things are supposed to be.
Huh? What does that even mean?
Oh, please spare me the righteous indignation. You've got a lot of nerve after trying to upstage me like you did. I'm getting married, and I'm getting married when I want to get married. It's as simple as that. You don't have to like it. When and with whom I'm doing it is none of your concern, you penniless busybody. So there.
Wow. You're just as selfish and childish as you've ever been. I'm honestly disappointed in you. Although I suppose I really shouldn't be surprised. Not to mention the fact that you somehow found someone to marry in just a couple of weeks. Are you sure that you found the right person to spend the rest of your life with? I'm concerned about you, Michelle.
You're concerned about me? What a laugh. No concern necessary. You should know that if a woman of my caliber and social standing decides that she wants to get married, she can find a man in a heartbeat. And that's exactly what I did. He works at a Fortune 500 company, and he's one of their most promising young executives. And not only that, but he's also tall and good-looking. In short, he's exactly the husband that I deserve. And listen to this. You know what he told me? He says that he and I are soulmates and that our love story is written in the stars.
Oh, that's great, I guess.
And that's why our wedding is going to be an amazing affair. It's going to be a testament to the endless love that we have for each other. It'll be one for the ages. If you've seen the invitation, you already know that we booked the absolute biggest and best banquet room in the city for the reception. Everyone who's anyone will be there. I made sure to invite all the right people, and I made it clear that it's an event that's not to be missed. I mean, just counting my friends alone is over 200 people on the guest list.
What? You're having that big a wedding? Wow.
Yes, well, my man has a ton of friends too, so it's going to be a very well-heeled crowd. It honestly looks like this wedding is going to be a newsworthy event, if I do say so myself. Don't be surprised if there are paparazzi there.
Wow, you're really pulling out all the stops, huh? Well, good for you then.
You bet we are. You know me. I don't do anything halfway, and I never settle for less than I deserve. And as you should also know by now, I'm from a good family and I have a reputation to uphold. Friends of ours are all saying that they're super happy for me and they'll definitely be attending, so it's obvious how highly regarded I am. And it's also pretty clear that they all would rather come to my extravagantly spectacular wedding than your little affair.
Well, I'm happy for you, I guess. But I have to ask, who's paying for all that? I know you aren't paying for it on your own. Where is the money coming from? Is this Fortune 500 executive fiancé of yours paying for all of it? If he is, he's a real catch.
Of course not, silly. I'd never ask him to do that. It's not his responsibility. Mom and Dad are paying for it, obviously.
Really? Wow. That's, really nice of them.
Yep. And they don't even know it yet. It's going to be a big surprise for them. See? The wedding date also happens to be the date of their wedding anniversary, and this year will be their 30th! Can you believe that? So I decided to give them a surprise present, and my wedding is the present! I mean, how awesome is that? It's gonna be so great. We're going to ask everyone to be silent for a few minutes, and we'll lead Mom and Dad in blindfolded. Then we'll take the blindfolds off, and they'll see the beautiful banquet room and all the people gathered, and they'll be overjoyed to find out that their beloved daughter is getting married! I bet it'll be the best wedding anniversary they've ever had. Am I a genius or what? Seriously, sometimes I amaze even myself.
Wow. I can't believe that you think that's an appropriate gift for them on their own wedding anniversary. Your gift to them is making them pay for your own wedding?
Well, at least it's better than if they had to go to your boring little wedding. I mean, will there be any guests at yours at all? I don't think so. Sorry I had to take them all from you. Like I said, it just couldn't be helped. Sorry to say, but it does look like everyone has made their choice and it ain't you. Too bad. So sad.
You're playing with fire, Michelle. As your friend, I advise you to be careful.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
Michelle, I strongly suggest that you cancel this huge wedding of yours. It's really not a good idea, and you're not looking at the big picture. And as a longtime friend of both you and your parents, I also really think that supervising them like this is not going to go well. Something as big as a wedding really needs to be discussed ahead of time and planned out by everyone together, especially when they're paying for it.
What? And why shouldn't I have a huge wedding? It's a perfectly reasonable thing for me to want and for them to do for me. A big wedding is what I deserve, and a big wedding is exactly what I intend to have. And where do you get off trying to persuade me to skimp on the wedding and the surprise gift to Mom and Dad? You need to just stay in your lane.
Michelle, listen to me. There are important factors that you're not.
And don't try to scare me and drop vague warnings. That won't work. Nice try, though. Playing with fire. If anyone or anything is going to get burned, it's you and your quaint little gathering. Not me. It's really pathetic of you to try these tactics on me now. Just because all of our friends are coming to my wedding now instead of yours.
That's not the case at all, Michelle. I promise you. I never invited any of our friends to my wedding in the first place, for your information.
What? Really? I don't believe you.
You really should know me better than that, for as long as you and I have been friends. You should know that I hate being up on stage in front of lots of people more than almost anything. So I'm not having a big wedding. We've only invited family and a few close friends. It's going to be a small and intimate affair. It seems like your plan was to steal all my wedding guests from me, but we never invited those people to ours in the first place. So you won, I guess, but I wasn't even competing with you.
You're lying! I don't believe it. Enough of these mind games. I specifically went to the trouble of inviting all those people because I thought that you had invited them to your wedding, and I refuse to believe what you're telling me.
Michelle, the purpose of a wedding is supposed to be to celebrate the love the two people share, not to compete or outdo someone else. Well, don't ever say that I didn't try to warn you. I tried to give you good advice, but you won't listen. Whatever happens now, it's got nothing to do with me. At any rate, I hope that both of us have wonderful weddings. Best of luck to you and your groom and parents.
Sally! Help! What am I supposed to do? This is a total disaster. Mom is so angry. I think she wants to hurt me. I've never seen her this mad. The look on her face was truly frightening. She says they're not paying 1 cent for anything today. Can you believe that? And she even said that they don't condone this marriage and that I'm a selfish brat. She says they're disowning me. Help!
Oh my, what a mess. Your sweet mother said all that to you? She must be really upset. I can't even picture her talking like that.
How can she possibly be upset at her beloved only daughter getting married? I don't get it. I really don't. I was expecting tears of joy from both her and Dad at the awesome anniversary surprise that I set up for them. They were supposed to be overjoyed at all this. I mean, how was I supposed to know that they're about to shut down the company because business has been bad? They never told me anything about that.
Oh, so you finally heard about that, huh? Better late than never, I guess.
What? You knew about it? You knew they're going bankrupt and you didn't tell me about it? How could you keep that a secret from me?
Yes, I knew about it, but my understanding is that it's not bankruptcy that's happening. It's just that they've decided to close up shop because business has been dwindling and they want to quit while they're still ahead. Your mom told me that they're not losing money yet and they aren't carrying a lot of debt either. So it's not bankruptcy. It's just them retiring earlier than they originally planned to. I think it's really smart of them to get out while the getting is still good so that they can have a comfortable retirement.
Smart? You think it's smart? It's not smart at all. Once they close up shop, they're going to have no source of income whatsoever. None! Which means that I won't have one either. How am I going to live without my monthly allowance from them? That can't happen.
You have your husband now who you can count on, don't you? You'd be doing that anyway once you get married, so why would you still need an allowance from your folks even after you're married?
Huh? Did you even hear what I just said?
Oh, sorry. I forgot that your mom already said they're cutting you off. Oops. At any rate, supporting you is really going to mess with their comfortable retirement, so you should just get married right away and stop being a burden on them right now.
There's no way I can do that. It's not that simple. I don't want to be cut out of their lives. I can't live like that.
I hate to say it, but you really should have listened to me when I tried to give you some good advice, Michelle. Anyway, I have my own wedding to go to now, so I'll talk to you later. I'm so sorry about today, Sally. You shouldn't have had to deal with any of this. I still can't believe that Michelle intentionally chose the same date as yours for her wedding. How tone-deaf and selfish of her. Oh, please don't worry about that. It's me who should be apologizing to you. I should have told you about her harebrained scheme, but I didn't. I did try to warn her away from doing it, though. Of course, she didn't listen to me. Oh, there's no need to apologize for that. You did everything you could, I'm sure. That girl needed to learn this lesson, and now she finally has. I think she may finally learn something this time. So, how did the wedding go? Was it a success? Michelle said that she was inviting a ton of people and that it was going to be a really big affair. Did everything go smoothly? Well, it definitely got canceled smoothly and successfully, and there were a lot of people there for a little while. Huh? Canceled? Why? How? Well, first of all, Brian and I got out of there immediately after she took the blindfolds off of us. It was the only thing to do. I mean, Brian and I looked around, looked at each other, and then just walked straight towards the exit. Not surprisingly, Michelle was in tears, and I think that was when it all started to fall apart. I'm told that, once Brian and I left and Michelle disappeared into the dressing room, the guests waited for a little while but eventually started leaving. Wow. That's... And then what happened? After that, she came home in tears, of course, but Brian told her that she isn't welcome here anymore and to get out because we're through with her. She pleaded with us to at least help her out with the wedding expenses, but of course we refused to do that. That's absolutely not happening. Today or ever. She unilaterally made the decision to spend all that money, so she can unilaterally pay the bill. It's long past time that she starts taking responsibility for both her actions and her finances. Yeah, I totally understand why you would feel that way. Even for her, this whole wedding debacle is really unbelievable. But I have to admit, I'm a little surprised, Nicole. I didn't expect that you two would be so hard on her and just cut her off like this. Brian and I have both been telling her for a long time that she's not a kid anymore and that it's time for her to stand on her own 2 feet. She shouldn't think that her parents are always going to have money to just give her whenever she wants it. But either she doesn't get the message or she chooses to ignore it because she hasn't even tried to find a job as far as we can tell. So, both as husband and wife and as her parents, we decided that the only thing to do is kick her out of the house and let her sink or swim on her own. So it's fair to say that we saw this wedding mess as an opportunity to do that. Needless to say, we both hope that she swims and doesn't sink. Wow, that's really amazing timing. I had no idea how fed up you guys are with her. Yes, and you might do well to take this opportunity to distance yourself from her too, Sally. You've been putting up with her for almost as long as we have. I know I am her mother, but I have to tell you, I don't see her as anything but a harmful and negative presence in your life. And, as much as it pains me to say it, I don't think that you stand to gain anything by keeping her in your life. On the contrary, you run the risk of more things like this happening. As I said, she doesn't seem to want to change her ways. Good grief. You really aren't holding anything back, are you? I never thought I'd have this conversation with you. Listen, we'll be sending you your wedding present sometime soon, after things settle down a bit. Please accept it along with our apologies for all the recent trouble. You can also think of it as a thank you for all your patience in putting up with Michelle's nonsense for all these years. Oh, no, you really don't need to. Please, it's really not necessary. But we want to. Just let us give you the gift that you deserve, okay? It's the very least we can do for you, as a longtime friend of the family. And don't feel that you need to give us anything in return. That's what's really unnecessary. Let's leave it at this for today. I'm exhausted, I bet you are too. Until we speak again, please accept our congratulations and best wishes to you and your groom. We look forward to meeting him sometime.
What am I going to do, Sally? I can't believe this is happening. Mom and Dad have really kicked me out of the house. My own house. I've begged and pleaded with them, but they won't let me back in. They're saying that they're done with me. And they say that they won't pay even 1 cent towards the wedding expenses. It was almost $100,000. What am I going to do?
You spent $100,000 on that wedding? Are you serious?
Of course. That's what it takes to put on a truly extravagant wedding. I don't expect you to know that, though. And that's not all. There were other expenses, too. I went the extra mile on everything for this wedding. The premium goodie bags that we handed out to all the guests take the total up to $100,000.
Goodie bags? You mean wedding swag? Why did you have those? I've never heard of that before.
Hey! You know that I don't have a lot of friends these days. I have no idea why, but I was worried that a lot of people would RSVP saying that they wouldn't attend. So I made it clear in the invitations that there would be really good luxury items in the goodie bags for all the guests.
So, in other words, you're saying that all the guests at your huge, triumphant wedding were only there for the luxury swag items and not for you? Really?
Shut up! It doesn't matter. All I wanted to do was upstage you. It was a simple little thing. And yet my own mom and dad even refused to celebrate with me. And my so-called friends just came, grabbed the swag bags, and left. Can you believe that? I mean, how selfish can people possibly be? I've lost all my faith in humanity. I swear.
Well,
And then there's the groom. I can't even. He actually had the gall to tell me that if my parents are disowning me and their business isn't going well anyway, there was no point in marrying me. He snuck away at some point during the whole mess, and now he doesn't answer my calls or texts.
wow. So does that mean that he wants to annul the marriage? Is that even a thing? I mean, annulment on the same day as the wedding?
I have no idea what it means or what the rules are about this stuff. I haven't done this before. And listen to this. I tried calling his company and they told me that nobody by that name works there. So I suddenly can't get in touch with him, and it looks like he was lying about where he works. They never heard of him.
Wow. It looks like your mom's instincts were right and he wasn't a decent guy after all.
Am I really going to have to pay for this entire thing all by myself? It's $100,000. I don't have that kind of money. I've never had any savings, and I assumed that Dad would take care of all this for me, his only daughter. What am I supposed to do now? How can I get out of having to pay for all this? Help me!
I think it's safe to say that you can't get out of this, Michelle. You're just going to have to suck it up and pay it off little by little. You probably need to take out a loan, I think. I mean, that seems like the only thing that you can do.
No way! That'll never work. I've never held down a job and I have no credit history.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, actually. You've always just been having fun and living off your parents' money, haven't you? Just living like you never needed to worry about money or a job.
Yes! And now suddenly I'm supposed to get a job and work? That's just ludicrous. Getting up early every morning and going to some job and working all day? There's just no way that I can be expected to do that.
Hey, you can't go into it with that attitude, Michelle. You have to approach this whole thing with a confident attitude and do what needs to be done. And don't forget, you're the winner, just like you wanted to be. So you can be proud of yourself for that at least.
I'm the winner? How do you figure that? What did I win?
Well, you've definitely won the debt contest because I've never had even close to $100,000 in debt. You competed and won this one, just like you always like to do. You're definitely the undisputed champ, racking up that much debt in just one day.
Excuse me? Are you actually making fun of me right now?
So, best of luck with the loan and all that. And I hope you can find that disappearing husband of yours, too. I heard that Michelle eventually did find her husband. And when she did, she finally found out the awful truth. He wasn't a promising young executive at a prestigious company. He was just a lowly slacker with a part-time job at a gas station. Apparently, he admitted to her that he wanted to marry into money and, seeing the opportunity, he had gotten carried away with the charade. He gave her $300, asked her to forgive him, and then disappeared. His whereabouts are currently unknown. Needless to say, that was nowhere near enough to be of any help with the astronomical wedding expenses, so Michelle was forced to resort to selling whatever possessions she could and taking a job as a stripper to try to pay off her debts. She's not a bad-looking girl, but I don't know if she has what it takes to do well in that occupation. Time will tell, I suppose. As for her parents, they retired as they planned to and moved to the countryside. They're taking it easy for the first time ever and enjoying their retirement. I keep in touch with them and they sometimes send me care packages of fruits and vegetables from their garden. What a treat. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button. If you didn't, or if you want to let us know your other opinions, feel free to tell us them in the comments section below. Also, please follow our channel. Your opinions and comments keep us going. We have many more videos that we're sure you'll enjoy, so please check them all out. See you in the next video!